and slash the hang, and I'm introducing Keith Harrison from the Dazz Band, and Faisal and Heat Wave. And I had the pleasure of working with him many moons ago. I hate to say that, but um, back in the 80s, my first big tour, going on tour with the Dazz Band from 1982 to 1985. And I'm going to let Keith take over and talk a little bit about his career and how he got started in the music industry.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for having me, Miss T. And it's always good to see you. Oh, it's been many moons. Um, how I got started was I was raised on a 7-acre farm, and a little country boy, you know, pigs, chickens, the pony, and orchard, and garden. And, you know, my father worked us like a dog. But I always had this knack to want to play and perform. And when I turned 18, I played in high school bands, had a high school band called the Medallions, and we were very popular. But, and we had this old piano that was in the playroom that I used to bang on all the time. And I would listen to James Brown, Sly and the Family Stone, and I would learn those records by ear and play them. And our band would do top 40 stuff back then. But when I turned 18, I asked my mom, I said, Mom, where, I know God gave me this gift, but is there anybody in the family that's musical? And my mother sat down at the piano. She said, come here, boy. And she sat down at the piano. She opened up a hymn book and she started reading and playing music. And I was like, oh my God. I said, Mom, why didn't you teach me? She said, your father threatened me never to reveal to you that she could play music because he didn't want me to be in music. Wow. Well, by that happening, you know, I was pissed off at my dad. So that pushed me and drove me to do music. I turned down a football scholarship because I wanted to show him that I could make it in music. You know, his thing was it's all drugs and alcohol, late hours, nightclub. And I said, Dad, that's on the individual how they handle it. And he said, well, you're not gonna lay around here and play this damn music. So I enlisted into the military just to get away from home. But the good thing about it, I got shipped right back to Dayton, Ohio, where I'm from. And I hooked back up with my high school band. And some of the guys in that band, that's how we became Phase 3 and then Phase O. And the rest is history from that point. So I got better and better, you know, and perfecting my musicianship, my vocals. I sung in the high school choir, of course, and so I had some training from there from vocal aspect. But as I grew in the music industry, Phase O, we were under the thumb of the late Clarence Satchel, who was the leader of the Ohio Players. He's the one who discovered us. Believe it or not, we were on our way to the ATL. That's where we were going to make our home base. Wow. And we were playing our last gig in Dayton, which it was called the Postman's Ball they used to have. And Clarence Satchel was there, and he heard us and he walked up to the stage and he says, hey guys, my name is Clarence Satchel at Ohio Players. We said, we know who you are. And he says, I got $24,000 and I want to take you in the studio. And we was like, wow. But some of the guys are like, man, I don't know. And he says, if you're interested, be at my house tomorrow. He gave us the address. So we said, well, there's nothing wrong with checking it out. So we went over there and checked it out. And of course, the rest is history on that. Even though there were some downfalls during the Phase O days, there were some dark days, you know. We got ripped off of our publishing. uh, when our record came out, about 9 of the Ohio players' names was on some of our songs. You know, it don't take 13 people to write one song. You feel me?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that was my business lesson, to get involved in what goes on behind the scene versus
Right.
what you love to do as an artist. Uh, so after 10 years with Fazo, I left the band because there was some things happening in the band. Uh, I won't go into detail because that's going to be in my book that I got coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, he will be publishing a book that he's working on right now.
Yes, the title is going to be called "Riding High: My Journey with Fazo, Heatwave, and the Dazz Band."
Nice.
So about a week later, I got a call from Keith Wilder of Heatwave, and I hooked up with Heatwave, and I played on the last two albums, Heatwave Current and Heatwave Candles.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, but I told Johnny I didn't want to per se be under a contract because of what I learned with the Fazo days. Because Rod Temperlin and Johnny basically wrote everything, and I told him I'm a writer, man. I like to write music. So after the stint with them, we were over in England recording Heatwave Current, and my wife calls and she says, "Honey, do you know a guy named Skip Martin?" And I said, "Yeah," because when they were Kinsman Dazz, we were Fazo. We used to play Akron, and they would open up for us. So I met Skip there, and I also met Skip when Clarence Satchel with Ohio Players tried to get Skip into the Ohio Players, and Skip came to Dayton.
Okay.
So to make a long story short, I got on the phone. Skip said, "Hey man," you know how Skip talks.
Yeah, exactly. That's Skip.
He said, "We looking for a second keyboard player," and I told them we can get two for the price of one because you can sing and play. So I flew straight from London, straight into Cleveland, uh, right into the studio. They were just finishing up the Keep It Live uh, album and working on the one for fun. And the rest is history. So I've been with the Dazz Band since '82, and I left in '92 to venture off into some other things. And I just got back with the Dazz Band last year, August of
Wow. Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
So and we're blessed, they have still been, performing, doing all those years. And
Yeah.
I'm just thankful, that I'm back with them and making beautiful music. And we're also working on some new material that'll be coming out pretty soon.
Wonderful.
So in a nutshell, that's pretty much how my music career has gone. Other than, I've done some national jingles, like done a Sprite jingle, Coca-Cola. I did a song for uh, Sean Tucker, who's an aerobatic pilot that
Wow.
travels to the air shows. And he was playing that song when he was flying up in the air. I'm also working as associate producer on a movie with a guy named Mark Donahue. It's going to be called Easy Way. So I'm kind of overseeing the music
Nice.
of this movie, and it's going to be I think it's going to be a great film. Um, so just, staying busy. I did a gospel CD called Keith and Valeria Reborn, the Celebration of Christ. I also
Nice.
did a solo CD called K Harrison, One Love. And so I'm staying busy. And for all the listeners and viewers out there, I'm also involved working with returning citizens who've been incarcerated through a program we call the Reentry Program. Um, so I do a part-time thing working at the Office of Reentry. I also sit on the Dayton Walk of Fame board, which I was inducted into the Dayton Walk of Fame. You come to Dayton, I have my name on on a paper in the sidewalk.
Oh my God, that's wonderful, Keith. I didn't even know that. And I think that it's really rewarding that you're doing the thing for the guys to help them come out because they're so confused and lost and disheveled.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
nothing really prepares people that have been incarcerated for living out here amongst us because everything was taken away from them and people think that they live
exactly.
this
I always
luxurious
believed
life
in,
in a 9x9 or a 6x6. So yeah.
I always believed in giving back to the community because of what the community has done for me. Buying my music, supporting us. So uh, I always stay involved some kind of way,
Hey,
working in the community.
I think that's wonderful. I think giving back is I think is very rewarding. I think that that's yeah. And me and Sekou had touched on that too, of giving back, like working with kids or whatever it is, just find your niche to give back, whether it's volunteering and being a big brother, big sister, or lending a hand, helping hand, having living with harmony and peace and love,
Yeah.
to, help others to excel.
Yes. Yes.
We can't make people reach their fullest potential of greatness, but we can, lend a hand and, an ear, a word. It's, yeah, I think I really commend that because I've done a lot of that. So I think it's really important for that.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to wind it up because he has a show today in the ATL. So would you like to give everybody out there that information?
Yes, we're playing in Villa Rica, Georgia at the Mills Theater, Villa Rica, Georgia. We have a 2 o'clock sound check and show starts at 8. We're doing a 90-minute show, so come on out, enjoy some funky music from the Dazz Band, some nice love songs, all your favorites. So we're gonna keep it live, let it whip. We're gonna swoop down on you. We're gonna let it all blow. We're gonna gamble with your love. We're gonna knock on your door. We're gonna give you some heartbeat. We're gonna be joy sticking it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, that good song.
All the best songs. Definitely. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining
Thank
our
you.
show. And it's great to see you.
Yes, it
I love
is.
you to pieces. And definitely we will actually interview. I don't like to say interview, hang with you again.
Hang with you. Yeah, we
Yeah, because
hanging
I want
out.
to see what's going on in a couple of months with you. With the book, and other things that you're doing, projects that you're working with, and if there's anything we can do to help get out the word via Groove Scenario or me, any way we can help get out the word of all the things that you are doing, the projects, anything like that,
Yes.
let us know. Anything, any advertising, or could help them reach the word to the communities and stuff like that via online or whatever. We're here
All
for you.
right.
We're definitely here for you.
Yes. It's been great hanging out with Tata.
Mr. Big Sweet. Yeah. So thank you and have a wonderful show tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
One love.
Yep. One love. One love. Okay. Can Adrian hear us? I don't know if he can hear.